Thanks for staying on with us on Morning Bets.
Well, you do have the Asian markets which are holding up pretty strongly, but yesterday was disastrous for the benchmark indices. Let's get in some trading strategies then. We've also got with us Sandeep Wagle as well as Shubham Agarwal, who's AVP and Senior Technical Analyst, and Motilal Oswal joining in on the show. Shubham, I'm going to start off with you. And, we've been talking about how the Nifty has seen quite a bit of selling pressure. The news flow hasn't been strong, but yet we've managed to hold on to the 5,800 levels. What is your positional view on the Nifty, and are we likely to slip below that?
If you look at the range of Nifty for past couple of days, it has been very much stagnant between the band of 5750 and on the upside around 5900. So we believe that this is a kind of a continuation pattern which is getting developed in a broader range. The longer term chart of Nifty suggests that important supports are placed around 5550, which is a channel support, and we have seen a reversal happening on Nifty from that level. Now this is indicating that Nifty has already confirmed a sign of reversal, and post we see a breakout happening from the level of 5900, we can assume that the market should be moving towards the level of 6100 to 6150. So at this point of time, our call would be that any dip or any temporary correction that we see on the market should be used as a buying opportunity. Supports for the Nifty, very immediate support for Nifty is placed around the level of 5670, which can be taken as a stop loss for the long trades. And on the upside, with a medium term perspective, we feel that 6100 to 6150 should be the first target for Nifty.
Well, we've also got Sandeep Wagle, who's the founder and MD of AppTouchIndia.com, joining in on the show now. Sandeep, morning. Yesterday was a tough day in tandem with the global cues. You had markets slipping below the 5,800 mark as well. Do you think we'll continue to defend that mark in the near term?
Good morning, Megha. Good morning, Avan. Till yesterday afternoon, the first half of the day, I was convinced that probably we will go down to 5,700. But the way it closed, I think it has found support. And I think we will go to 5850 first. And it will open up with a gap. However, 5,900 remains a very, very strong resistance, which again, I don't expect it to be breaking that in the very short term, which is a few days. So I would talk of the range of the Nifty on the downside as 5780 and on the upside at 5900. And I think over the next couple of days or probably this week, the Nifty is likely to move in this range.
Sandeep, how would you be playing some of the pretty active ADAG names?
Well, the patterns are quite positive in some of those. I would pick out a R power amongst them. At a level of 69, it has given a very, very clear breakout. I would buy it all the way down to 70 and a stop loss a little below 69, and I would play for a target of 77. So some more upside, some more clear trading upside as far as I am concerned. And amongst the pack, I think R power is the best.
Let's talk about one of the biggest sectors that was hit yesterday, the oil and gas pack, a double whammy in the form of higher global crude prices as well as a weaker currency. Shubham, do you see any signs of recovery at all for the oil and gas index?
If you look at the oil and gas index, rather than looking at that, I would actually talk about the CNX Energy. If you look at that index, that has been sideways for past couple of months, and the band has been between 7400 to 8300. Now that's a very broad band that we are talking about, but because this is an oscillating kind of a band, so we can't really do much from this overall space. But yes, if we have to look some of the individual stocks from that space, then I feel that ONGC post the news that came out, it has again moved towards the lower band of around 290 to 300, and ideally this band should be used as a good buying opportunity. So I would prefer buying some of the selective energy stocks, and ONGC would be one of the top picks from there. So a stop loss for the trade can be kept around 280, and we can expect the stock to move back again towards the level of 355 to 360.
Sandeep, two stocks for you on the charts that were badly beaten yesterday. One would be a Jaiprakash Associates, and that one's been pretty volatile for quite some time now. And ONGC at 303.8, are you foreseeing more downside?
Well, as far as the JP Associate is concerned, 48 is a very strong support, but the overall trend, the weekly trend doesn't suggest that that will hold. So in case that is taken out, I think it would be a matter of time In the short term, it will move between 48 and 56. If 56 is taken out, then there could be some trading upside till 62. But talk of 48 being taken out, we'll have to talk of the next target of 42 to 40, and that is quite likely unless the market holds and it doesn't give way and we break 5900, then it's a different story. So I would avoid JP Associates as a buy unless it breaks 62. ONGC on the other hand is come to a range where as a trader I am still not comfortable buying, but as an investor I am very comfortable because it has been moving in the range of 300 to 330 and we are very near that. So 300 to 290, if one can buy this stock and take a few weeks to possibly a couple of months time horizon, I would look at a price target of 330 to 340.
Sandeep, another pocket that's been clearly very weak has been the metals pack. Yesterday you had a Coal India hitting a fresh 52-week low. You also had a JSW Steel at a level of just about 604 now. Is there a further trade on the downside here, or do you think that the battering has been factored in now?
Further trade on the downside, yes, but a very small downside. I am not very comfortable taking a position trade. As a trade in FNO for a 3-4% downside is a different story. I would like to wait and watch because some of these stocks can bounce back also really fast, though I don't see anything on the charts. But I would, if I play for a downside, that will be for a very small move.
Okay, moving away from that, then Shubham, wanted your opinion on how you would be approaching the Bank Nifty, because yes, while it did, see quite a bit of a downside, it did manage to recover in tandem with the rest of the frontline indices.
If you look at Bank Nifty, then it's very much similar to how Nifty has been behaving on the long-term chart. There is a channel that has got developed on Bank Nifty, and the support for that is placed around 10,800. So until that level is broken out, we would believe that the index should reverse up, and we might see the index moving towards the level of 12,000. Now, if we have to talk about banking, then we should be very careful about stocks that we are picking. So the top pick from this point of time would only be private banks, and even if you see the composition of Bank Nifty, it contains almost 75-78% of private banks. PSUs have been lagging behind. Still we see further breakdowns happening from the PSU space, so I would not recommend buying any of the PSU banks, but yes, some of the large cap private banks like Axis Bank, ICICI and Kotak Bank can be looked at on the buy side.
And in addition to that, two specific cash recommendations for the day ahead, Shubham.
My top two trading pick, one of them would be Idea. If you look at the longer term setup of that, it has been moving in a secular uptrend, and post a temporary pullback, we believe that the stock has already taken support in yesterday's trading session. It's a piercing line pattern that has got developed, so we expect the stock to move higher again for a target of 160, and a stop loss for the trade can be kept at 134. That is the pattern support. The second pick would be on Bajaj Auto on the buy side. Again, if you look at that stock, it has been mean reverting in a broader band of 1750 to 2100, and being it trading around the lower end of the band, I would prefer buying that stock with a stop loss at 1780, and the target can be expected around 2100.
Okay, so those are two buy recommendations on an Idea as well as the Bajaj Auto. Sandeep, would it be a similar strategy, some buying names?
Sorry, I missed the question.
No, just wanted to know your trading ideas. Would you also be going forward and buying stocks for today?
Yes, very much. I thought you asked something about Bajaj Auto. Okay. I have a buy in R Power, which I mentioned earlier being the best stock in that pack. So I would buy that with a stop loss of 69, target of 76.50. I would buy an HCL Tech. I would wait for some bit of a decline. 815 to 810 would be my ideal buying range. Stop loss of 798 and a target of 845. I would go short in a sale at higher levels. Stop loss of 325, target of 309. And for FNO traders, I would go with a buy in Oro Pharma, July futures. Stop loss of 190-130, target of 198.
Okay. Shubham, before we let you go as well, a quick word on a private sector banking name that you like.
Private banking space would be something that I would be keen on in participating with the market turning up, and the top pick from that space would be Axis Bank. If you look at the medium term chart of Axis Bank, it is mean reverting. The supports are placed closer to 1180, and on the higher side the resistance is placed between the band of 1450 to 1500. So after the sharp correction that the stock has already seen, I feel that it is a very good buying opportunity in Axis Bank. So I would prefer buying that stock with a stop loss at 1180, and the first target for the scrip can be expected at 1450. Other than that, we can also look for some other private banking names like Yes Bank and IndusInd Bank, which has further upside of around 10 to 15% from the current level.
Shubham as well as Sandeep, great having you both with us. Thanks very much for taking the time out and joining in with your top trading strategies.